Hello, my name is Alyssa Badger, and today we're going to talk about breastfeeding. In particular, we're going to talk about what is breastfeeding, some common myths of breastfeeding, a proper latch for the child, different positions that you can hold your child in to breastfeed, and we're going to talk about the importance of breastfeeding. Let's get into it. What is breastfeeding? Breastfeeding is the act of feeding a child from one's breast. A common myth is you cannot feed other children from your breast. That is not true. You can feed other children from your breast. You can tandem feed your toddler and your newborn. You can feed your cousin's child. You can also feed your sister's child. Just know that by doing this, it causes the breast to do something called producing. The more you latch a child to your breast, the more your breast will produce. Let's get into the proper latch of breastfeeding. Now, when you bring your child to your breast, a good way to do it is to rub your nipple across their nose. This will cause the child to open their mouth really wide so that you can place your breast in there. Now, you do not just want to place the nipple in there. You want to make sure you get a good amount of your breast in there. This causes the baby to be able to flange their mouth around your breast with their tongue being able to rub across your nipple to the point where that's how the milk comes out. They can stop that on their own and just suck on your breast, or they can tell the milk to come out. This is so amazing. Um, Another thing is positioning. So you want to make sure that you position yourself that is comfortable for the feeding of your child. You can do that by laying on your side, facing your child with your child facing you and placing your breast in their mouth. You can do that by a cross cradle position, leaning back or sitting up. You can do that by the football hold position, holding the baby's head towards your breast with their feet towards your back. You have to make sure that you are in a great position because the position is important. The reason why the position is important is because all babies feed at different paces. So you want to make sure that you're comfortable so that you don't have to stop the baby from feeding. Because once you do this, this can cause a whole other plethora of problems. So we definitely don't want to do that. We want to make sure that you are in a very comfortable position to feed your baby, whether it takes 5 minutes or 30 minutes. Another thing we would like to talk about is the importance of breastfeeding, or why breastfeeding is important. Our body is capable of doing wonderful and amazing things. When you place your child on your breast, this is letting your breast know to produce milk. A common myth about this is the size of your breast. Oh, my breasts are big, I produce a lot of milk. Oh, my breasts are small, I won't produce enough milk. Those are both false allegations. Now, it doesn't matter the size of your breast. It matters how much you pump from your breast or how much you latch that child on your breast is how much your breast will produce. By latching your child on your breast, it is sending a signal to your brain to let your breast know that it needs to produce milk. If you pump from your breast, it is sending a signal to your brain to letting you know that it needs to produce milk. So the more you latch, the more you pump, the more breast milk you will produce. Another thing we would like to talk about is breastfeeding has antibodies in it that allow your baby to receive them. So you place your baby on your breast, your baby's not feeling well. It sends a signal to your brain to let your breast know to produce antibodies to help that child. These are the great things when it comes to breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is a phenomenal thing, and it also gets you the time to bond with your child one on one. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Thank you.